Now, some people look at that and they think, oh my God, that's going to be a nightmare. But I'm going to show you a really quick tip how to do this and how to do it perfectly every time. This is a Taurus skating board, but this tip will work with any shaped skating board. When you do external corners, you do a mitre. A lot of people, when they do internal corners, they also do mitre. Now, this is not correct, because what happens is, if you do a mitre on an internal corner, when you screw your skating board or fasten it back to the wall, it will open that joint up and you'll end up with a gap, and then you'll start putting decorator's cork in it and things like that. So what you should do with an internal corner is you should fasten one piece on flat with a square edge, and the other piece you should scribe it to that shape. So you're going to scribe round that shape. Now, some people look at that and they think, oh my God, that's going to be a nightmare. But I'm going to show you a really quick tip how to do this and how to do it perfectly every time. Okay, so we're going to simulate this. We're going to use this as a flat piece. So this piece, if you imagine, is going into a corner. So here's the corner, your piece of skating board's coming into that corner with just a flat edge on. And then this is the piece we're going to scribe, and this is the tip. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut a 45 on there, just like a mitre, like I'm using a mitre for an internal corner, but I'm not actually going to use the mitre. This piece needs to be over length, so don't cut it to length first, cut your joint and then cut it to length. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go over to the mitre saw and cut a mitre on that, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I've cut my mitre. Now you might be thinking, why have you cut a mitre? But if you look at this edge, can you see this corner here where the mitre finishes? It's quite easy to see on this because it's MDF, so it's painted so you can see it. But if you look on that line, if you follow that line all the way up and follow the profile of it, just follow that line all the way to the edge, that is a perfect scribe. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove all this brown waste wood here, or MDF. I'm going to remove all this, just leaving it right up to that edge, as close as I can all the time round. I'm going to do this with a jigsaw. You can do this with a fret saw, coping saw, whatever you prefer, but just make sure you stick to that line, take your time and go round that line. Okay, so I've followed the edge of the mitre with the jigsaw. Same as I say, you can use a fret saw or coping saw if you prefer. I prefer a jigsaw. I've followed that edge all the way around. Same as I say, take your time. The more you take your time, the better the joint you'll end up with. So you've got your square piece that goes into the corner. That's just a square edge on it. This piece that you've scribed is over length. And if you do mess up with this scribe, at least then you can cut it off and have another go. It doesn't always work perfectly. Sometimes you'll get some breakout or anything like that. But if we've cut this scribe, same as I say, and then if you fasten that piece, the square edge on the wall first, then your scribe piece should come up to it in the corner and form a perfect joint. That's a perfect scribe joint. So what happens then, that piece is fastened to the wall. This piece, if it moves this way, it's still not going to affect that joint. So as you can see, that can slide, it can move, but it's still a perfect joint. So you're not going to end up with a gap, and you're not going to end up using decorator's cork. So if you like this tip and you want to see more tips, hit the subscribe button and I'll keep posting them. If there's anything you want to know the answer to that you could do a bit of help or advice with, just post it in the comments and I'll do my best to answer it for you.